Hello and welcome to Dos Gatos Forge. Today we've got a short video for you on a type of handle construction known as a frame handle, but this is a specific kind of frame handle. This knife is made so it can be completely taken apart. There's no glue holding this knife together at all. Everything is held together with a mechanical connection. And the blade is an 01 clip point blade. Is a single ring guard forged from a single piece of 416 steel, some sandbar stag scale handles, some file work on the frame, and a butt cap with a finial nut threaded into the frame. And I'm going to show you how this all goes together today. It takes quite a bit of machining and a lot of planning and preparation to make a knife like this. But I think you'll enjoy this one. Stay tuned and I'll get it set up. Okay, so here we go. Here we have all the pieces of the knife. We have the blade, the frame, the two handle scales, the guard, the little red spacers, the pommel cap, the finial nut, and a little washer and a nut that are going to help us hold things together. So basically you can see that the blade, I've got a piece of threaded rod that's brazed into the tang and then ground down so it will fit through the slot in the guard. So let's get the guard prepped and ready to go. There are 4 blind pins that hold the guard to the handle scales. 2 of them are set right now inside the guard, and then there's one in the front end of each of the scales. Those will go through the paper and into the drilled holes in the guard. We can slide this over this and snug it down. I'm going to put this into a block of wood to kind of hold it together while we do this. The frame slides over the tang, but before we can do that, we have to get these pieces in place. So I'm going to put the threaded nut that I made onto the threaded tang. Get it to about the right position. And so the tang goes in, and this washer fits into this slot here. And the nut fits into the slot right above that. It's kind of a tight fit. You can see that's in there, and then we can tighten down the nut a little bit and just snug it up for right now until we can get the scale in. Now there are 4 blind pins inside the frame, and they are just long enough to barely catch into the scale to keep the scale in place while you assemble it. So we've snugged that down a little bit, and before we tighten it up, we're going to put one scale on. So I'm going to push the pins out all the way to the other side so I can slide this side on. Jockey the frame into place so the scale can slide in to its pins there, the pinholes. There we go. So that's fit in there and that's held in place. And now I'm going to tap those blind pins back out a little bit, back into this side. So once we have the first scale fit on there, we can then tighten down the nut. The nut has some holes in it. It'll allow you to put a 1/16 inch pin in and tighten. And that holds the frame tight up against the guard, pressed up against the knife, and that's now a totally secure fit. Now we can slide the next scale on, and it has some grooves cut in it to help you fit in, so it'll slide over those blind pins and down into place. the front blind pins. I tap into place. Check my fit, make sure everything's nice and tight. Once we've got that all tightened up, we can put on the little spacer. Fit the pommel cap. It clicks into place, and tighten in the finial nut. Finial nut also has a hole drilled through it so that you can put a 332-inch drill bit in there and tighten it down. And that's going to pull everything tight forward with the pommel cap. It's going to use the pommel cap, which is pinned to the scales, pull the scales forward, pull the frame forward, pull everything up, and this is now completely tight and ready to go. Don't need any glue in this knife. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gives you something to try. Well, that's it on how you put this knife together. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it gives you something to think about. Keep grinding, carry on, and make some cool knives. This is Josh from Dos Gatos Forge wishing you well. Thank you.